Men coming on the internet after watching the Manosphere documentary and saying, this is dangerous. You know, this Manosphere, these guys, this is all very dangerous, is like watching a serial killer murder a bunch of people. Everyone's talking about it. The serial killer gets caught, and then someone's like, that guy's dangerous. Gee, like, thank you. Thank you, Catherine Obvious. Duh. Like, no shit. Yeah, it's dangerous. Except it's not like imminent danger. It's like this has been happening and we've been talking about it too. The tower has been hit. The tower was hit a very long time ago and we've all been very aware of it. I don't like the word dangerous feels, I'm like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, duh, harm has been done.
You literally could not pay me to be in a relationship right now. I just went to the gym, bet a PB on my barbell squats, and I have just cooked lamb ribs, a little Greek salad, a little green salad, and some fresh homemade fries. And if I had a boyfriend, this would have to be shared. And not just shared, but doubled. That means more money, more fucking food on the table, and I gotta fucking listen to him. This, all for me.
My husband doesn't buy me flowers anymore. My boyfriend isn't taking me on nice dates. I wish my man did half the things that your man did for you. If this is a conversation that you are having with friends, which I've had plenty of these conversations, people coming to me saying these things, then listen up. And know this conversation has nothing to do with how to get your man to do these things. I need you to do me a favor and draw a circle around yourself and work on everything inside of that circle. Is your man in that circle? No, just you. When was the last time that you did something nice for him? When was the last time you cooked him his favorite meal or baked him his favorite treats, wrote him a sweet little note, picked up something at the store that you thought that he would like? When was the last time that you inconvenienced yourself for him? Him buying you flowers, cooking you dinner, taking you on a nice date, those are all him inconveniencing himself for you. Have you even shown your gratitude to him? Have you ever been, said thank you or been appreciative of the things that he's done for you? The best piece of advice that I ever received was to outdo your spouse or significant other in love. It's easy for us women to think that we should constantly be pursued, but once you are in a partnership, it is a two-way street.
So I had a routine visit with my doctor, and I asked him if I could be prescribed some fast-acting anxiety meds. And he was like, yeah, he's like, we can definitely talk about that. Is it something that you're struggling with on a daily basis, or tell me more about that? I'm like, no, I have a handle on my day-to-day anxiety. But sometimes I get triggered, and if I get triggered by something, there are times where I spiral and I can't get out of that thought process for a while. I'm just sitting there in that same thought process and I'm not able to get myself out of it. So for moments like that, I would like something that would help me and calm me down and help me get myself out of that thought process. So I'm telling him this and he's like, okay, he's like, that's understandable. And he's like, well, like, what's your trigger? What sets you off? So I look at the man dead in the eyes and I say, men, specifically dating them. And he looks at me and I'm like, you see, if I was lying just to get drugs, I would come up with a better lie. But here I am telling you that my trigger for my anxiety attacks is dating men. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I hate dating, because they turn us into anxious disasters because of all of the trauma that happens. And yes, fine, you can argue this happens with women and men, and there's a lot of trauma that can be built up behind it because of different scenarios. But why does dating have to create so much trauma that my doctor had to be like, okay, here's 5 lorazepams, here's your prescription. Taking lorazepam to deal with the struggles of dating men. And that's on Dating in Your 30s.
I don't get it. In what world are women the ones who want to settle down and men the ones who don't want the relationship? It's like you get to be the baby in the relationship because she takes care of the house. We're not going to kill ourselves. You're going to put like 20% effort and she's going to put 80% effort. If you have babies, she's putting 70% effort. You're putting 10% effort and maybe 20 if you pay for a nanny. So what is up with men pretending that they are the ones who don't want the relationship. I don't think I want the relationship because what is it that I'm gaining? If we're 50-50 and then I'm putting 80% of the effort in the house, then it's a lose situation. It's a win-lose situation. I lose, you win. No, I'm not the one begging for the relationship, sweetie. You got it wrong.
There was a man in my comment section telling me that men value youth in women. As if we already didn't know that. But why do I find it weird? Because it's disgusting. Why are you a 45-year-old man looking for a woman that is 20 plus years your junior? What does a man who is 20 plus years into adulthood want with a woman who isn't even 5 years into hers? It's not because they're young and fun and lit in turn. It's because they're young and gullible. I hear people saying, I'm so sick of the frontal lobe development conversation. But it's truly true. After a certain age, you start to open your eyes and realize how men work in relationships. They call us old and bitter once we hit 30. I'll be 30 this year. When it's actually wisdom, babe. It's actually the knowledge, babe. It's actually just being fed up with the same thing over and over and over. What is the definition of insanity again? The only thing that you want to do with a woman who is 20 plus years your junior is control her. You're a 45-year-old man and you're looking at a 21-year-old and saying, yeah, that's my wife. That's crazy. That's insane. So the next time a man calls you a washed up old hag, just take it as the compliment that it is, babe.
This is for all the straight single men, specifically in Sydney. Where are you? No, seriously. If you're not on the dating apps, where are you? Like, where do you go to meet women? Where are you? Because all my single girlfriends cannot seem to meet single guys. Like, where are you hiding out? I've gone to bars. I've gone to churches, clubs. I've joined sporting events. I still can't meet single guys. Every guy I have met in Sydney is in a relationship. I don't understand it. With all the people in the city, where are the single guys? Have you just given up? Do you just not go out? Do you just rather prefer male company? Are you just working to survive Sydney? Like, please comment below and tell me, where do you go out? Like, specifically, is there a bar? Is there an area? Is there a club? I need to know, because it is just getting so frustrating sitting on a dating app swiping. I want to meet people in the real world. So comment below, where in Sydney? Where are you? Where are you hiding? Where do you go out? Where do you meet?
Guardian came out with a bunch of stats about Gen Z dating today, and one of the most shocking ones is that the one-night stand might be dead. It compares the frequency, 78% of millennials versus 23% of Gen Z. I think it's way, way, way too simple to assume that it's just because purity culture is winning. I refuse to accept that. I think it's that people are dragging shit out. You went out and you met someone in 2004, the chances of you finding that person and tracking them down or adding them on social media or breadcrumbing them, the like on their story that resulted in you going back and forth on stories to them coming over for a second time was very minimal, which I think means that a lot more people were seeing someone once. I think that's what this stat is missing, is how many more Gen Zs are having situationships or prolonged talking stages that never result to anything compared to what millennials were doing. It was far from the only grim statistic pointed out here, though. More shocking, I would say, is that 63% of men under 30 are single, only 34% of women are. Is this the male loneliness thing I've been hearing so much about? I don't know. I don't really understand how that stat could work. Are men just saying they're single and girls are qualifying less serious things as relationships? I could not tell you, but the whole set of data has me concerned about Gen Z, and all I can tell you is do what you feel comfortable, but you're never going to find the love of your life sitting at home watching Netflix.
We have sassy men nowadays that want to be approached.
Why do you think guys don't approach girls anymore?
I would say sassy men epidemic right now.
Oh yeah, tell me more.
I think men want to be approached nowadays. I mean, I think it could be like a confidence thing too, maybe, but definitely we have sassy men nowadays that want to be approached. Lots of men want to say that they're providers in these like, I guess, like a macho persona, but they don't like step out with it as well, I guess.
When men cannot compete with their own peers, they look for younger women. So the thing about men being attracted to younger women is not because of they are younger, it's just because they are easier to manipulate. Younger women are more impressionable. So they cannot compete with they cannot pull their mates. So they go for younger women because those women are easy to manipulate. They are easy to be gullible. So they try to capture these women before they get smart. That is just the truth. So it's not because of you're younger, it's not because of you're fresher, it's not because of you're more attractive. Nope. You are just easier to control. So do whatever you want with this information, but that is the truth. Even if you're saying, it's because she's older, that's why she's saying this, deep down in your heart, you know that's the truth.
Men that go for younger women never stop lusting over younger women. If you're thinking about dating an older man, but you're not the sort of woman that likes your man to be staring at other women to the point that it's disgusting and embarrassing, but this man is that sort of man, picture this. Imagine you're 35 and he's 55 and he's still doing it. Not only is he still doing it, but he's staring at women that were the age that you were when he met you. That's what these men do.
Why do older men, like old, purposely seek out 20-year-olds? Like, I know age ain't nothing but a number. I had to pause. I just realized who wrote that song. But it's like, what you, a 50-year-old, gonna do with a 25-year-old? Y'all 2 decades and a half apart. Like,
Here's one thing about the matchmaking that has pissed me off. And it's petty. It's petty on all fronts. The fact that men do not want to date women their own age or older. As a woman, it really grinds my gears. And I don't want to jump to conclusions and assumptions and I tell myself, maybe it's not for vanity reasons, maybe it's not about physicality and all of that, but like, and it is just so, like, I have guys that I have kind of gotten to know through this whole process of trying to find the matches, and I like them otherwise, they're nice guys otherwise, but then they just have this one thing where they're unwilling to date a woman their own age or older, and it fucking pisses me off. So then I end up having to email many guys and say, hey, guess what? Nothing for you. Like I'm fucking Jeff Probst, head back to camp. No reward for you because you're unwilling to date a woman that is your own age. Guys, explain that one to me. Like, tell me, what is it?
Women's bodies are not things to be used as learning opportunities for men. When we talk about bodily autonomy, we're also talking about this. As a human person, you have rights over what is done to your body, and to be used as an object for somebody else to learn from is against that right. We don't say that about any other crime to the body. The only thing that we call a learning opportunity is when men use women's bodies to brutalize. If you can't learn your lesson without physically harming my body or emotionally scarring my mind, it's not just a lesson you're going to learn from and do better next time. We don't say this about any other crime. We don't say this when somebody is unalived, that their body is used as a learning opportunity for that person that committed that crime. We don't say it when there's gun violence. We don't say it for any of these other major physical inflictions. We only say it, we just reserve it for when it's men committing harm on women's bodies. And this isn't even about my recent TikToks over the weekend. I was just watching a video of the 2 medical students who made those horrific videos making fun of women and contributing to the problem of discouraging women from wanting to go to the doctor and also being treated fairly by their doctors. This is not something to be learned from. Women's bodies are not learning opportunities for men. That is inherently patriarchal.
That provider should be all for the games until it comes to y'all sons. No, by all means. Let it apply to y'all kids too. Y'all be on here wholeheartedly agreeing with bitches. They be like, all men ain't shit, all niggas ain't shit. Fucking, they all dogs and blah, blah, fucking blah, until it come to y'all sons. Right, because they kids now, they're not grown. So you don't see them that way. But y'all don't understand that y'all kids are going to be grown one day, and the motherfuckers going to see your kids the same way you see niggas right now. I don't think y'all understand that. They're not going to give a fuck that your son is fighting depression. They're not going to give a fuck about nothing your son got going on in his fucking life if he can't provide for them. I don't think y'all asses is realizing this shit. When it comes down to that shit, it affects your sons as well. Your sons are a part of that demographic as well. It don't fucking matter that little Johnny is 5 right now. Little Johnny's gonna get grown one day, and they're gonna see his ass the same fucking way. A sweet walking lick. Right. Raise your kids right, sons or daughters, so they don't go into the world with people who don't give a fuck about shit but nothing but money. Because y'all be failing to realize the shit that be going on the internet affects your kids too. Just because they asses is not grown don't mean it's not going to affect them. It's going to affect them too. The fuck?
As if we didn't have enough fun trends going around. For some reason, I think there's a trend where women are coming on here and telling the entire world who they won't date and singling out groups of men. And I just want to say that men for so long have been told now why they're not good enough, not tall enough, not fit enough, don't have enough money. All of the many, many things that women come up with to emasculate or degrade them, that I gotta tell you, they don't care. They don't care anymore, ladies. If you come on here and you're voicing your negativity, they feel like, hey, thanks for letting me know who you are so I can dodge that bullet. Don't think that they're all going to be suddenly DMing you, because I highly doubt that that's happening. Men are now conditioned, because of women, to believe that women don't have any interest in them. So if you actually hope to come in contact with these men who you find to be potentially suitors, I hope, one, you're ready to put your best foot forward too, but also that you're going to be very bold, because they're no longer allowed to assume that batting your eyes means you have interest. They're no longer able to approach you, because if you think that they're not good looking enough, you're probably going to make a scene. I don't think these guys care. I'm just letting you know.
Well, this sucks. I want to cry so bad, but I already did my makeup. So now I just gotta hold it in. Is this what the boys feel like? They just want to cry, but they don't want anyone, so they just hold it in and push it down? This sucks. No wonder a lot of you are like, war. Gotta let it out.
I see so many women on TikTok. Of course, they're like liberal, complaining like, oh my God, dating's so hard in the city. All men are trash. All men are garbage. Blah, blah. It's like, do you think if you've been dating and you're in your late 30s and every man has had an issue with you or not wanting you, do you think at some point the common denominator might be you? Maybe you're the problem. Maybe it's not like the 4.5 billion men on the planet. Trust me when I say there are thousands of people suitable for you. I think it might be you. You might be, if you cannot obtain a partner, you might be nuts. Also, I don't understand this thing, like, it's so hard to date in the city. I understand the challenges of the city. Where would you rather be? The cornfields, where there's 5 people to date? What, do you want to go to an Amish community? I'm so confused. In the city, you have literally the most amount of options. I don't understand. What's better? What's a better option? I don't understand these things.
As a photographer who specializes in intimate weddings, courthouse and elopements, engagements, couples photos, anniversaries, that type of stuff, I can see when a man is like checked out. There is no connection there. It's like God has literally given me eyes to see true godly love versus worldly lust or loathe or whatever you want to call it, because it ain't love. But I can see when that man he do not want to be there. He do not like the woman. None of her jokes are funny to him. Nothing that she or the kids do is impressive to him. Like, I can clearly see when these men are unhappy. And then it be like engagement photos. Like, y'all not even married yet, and this man act like this? Sis. I see a lot, and man, it's just so much that we as women don't see when we so focused on trying to get a man to stay, trying to have a just have a man just to say you got a man, and you already seen the signs, and you think like having a baby gonna make him change. You think getting a ring gonna make him change, marrying him gonna make him change, moving in with him gonna make him change. It's not. It don't work like that at all. A lot of these men be like walking demons in a meat suit. So narcissistic. And you can see it in their eyes, in the photos. Like, and I'm like, if we don't focus on loving us first, we miss out on so much knowledge, so much wisdom, so much that God want to reveal to us. Like, our discernment have to be sharpened before we get into a relationship. You need discernment to be able to see the enemy. And a lot of us, okay, I'm saying us because I've been in a situation, married my enemy twice, but a lot of us will literally be sleeping with our own enemies because we don't know the difference between good and evil. Like, in the back of my mind, I just be like, dang, I hope she wake up and see it. Dang, I hope she see it one day. And I know somebody was probably like that with me. Shoot, it was people in my first marriage, it was people that knew I was being cheated on, but they still smiled in my face, still pretended to be my friend even after the divorce. It's people that literally waited to the end of the marriage when I was going through the divorce to tell me stuff that was going on when I was married. But that's another story for another day, child. And as a photographer, like, specializing in these areas, marriage, couples, weddings, and all that stuff, I see it. And it's very noticeable. But it's not noticeable to somebody that is in the situation and somebody that is not moving with discernment. So I say all that to say, love yourself first, ladies. If you single right now, baby, enjoy your singleness. Get to know God, get to know yourself, love on you, and build your mindset, right? Build structure in your life. Build with God. Build that solid foundation so that when a man does come, you'll be able to know if it's from God or if it's a decoy, a counterfeit, a demon in a meat suit. That's it. I love you.
I've been thinking this for a very long time, and I think I just need to get it off my chest. Social media has been one of the biggest downfalls of women. The biggest. Hear me out. As a woman, we're constantly compared to other women, the way we look, the way our body is, the way we dress, so on and so forth. Everything that you can possibly think of, we're constantly being compared to. There's nothing that we can do right, and there's a million things that we can do wrong. There's no winning. Now, when it comes to women supporting women, there's a huge lack in Toronto. And I've noticed that being an entrepreneur for the last 7 years, I've noticed that heavily. And I find it really disappointing because it just keeps getting worse. People are constantly watching you, which means there's so much energy being pushed onto you without you even knowing. And there's so many people that just don't want to see you win because, one, they are not complacent or happy within themselves and they just don't even know who they are inside. And then there's other individuals that just want to be miserable and want you to be miserable because they don't want you to be better than them. Like, just plain and simple. Since I've gotten so much more in tune with myself, so much more in tune with my faith, God, just really focusing on my own shit, on my business, and the things that are going to make me a better person, a better mother, a better partner, all of these things, I've started to really recognize and develop discernment of individuals and just my surroundings. I've removed myself from certain surroundings. I have removed certain people from my life. I have removed certain people from my Instagram because there's so much of this watchy shit and this evil eye energy that I just see and feel from so many people. And it's really disappointing. It's extremely disappointing. And I find that women have lost the plot, like just completely lost the plot. Like, are you living for social media or are you living for yourself? Have you even asked yourself that question yet? Because it's become too much of a show. It's become too much of a competition for no reason at all. Like, it's so unnecessary. And I just find it really, really disappointing. So All of this to say that those people you to keep at an arm's length, you stay friendly when you need to, and you keep your boundaries. Don't even second guess those feelings, because your gut is always right. Your gut is always right. Your heart is always true. And if those are the feelings that you feel from somebody, most times they're true. You don't even need to say anything. They're going to watch, and they're going to see, and they're going to see you flourish and see you be so much more true within yourself. And that in itself is such a beautiful thing. And it's also a really big fuck you. It's a big fuck you, but a graceful fuck you. To conclude this, keep fucking doing you, and keep showing up for you, and keep being the truest, most realist version of you. Anyways, that was my TED Talk for today, and talk soon.
I found where they're all hiding out. I found where all the good men are. The single good men. They are in the house. They are going to work. They're going to the gym in that rotation. And they're not on dating apps. They're not outside. They're not at clubs. They're not at bars. They're inside the house. And they're working on themselves. They're putting all of their energy into themselves to make themselves the best version of themselves they could possibly be, and the best version of a partner they can possibly be for somebody else. Tried and tested. So you know how you find them? You don't go knocking on their doors. I mean, maybe, but you need to strategize by asking friends, coworkers, family members who are in relationships that you admire. You need to ask men who you admire, and you need to say, do you have any friends, brothers, cousins that are single that you think you could hook me up with? Trust me. Make it your duty to reach out to 3 people over the next week whom you admire and ask, do you have someone that you can hook me up with? I promise you, something good might come out of it. And if everyone's like, oh no, I don't know anyone, keep asking. Expand that list, baby girl.
Speed dating event is Monday, December 29th, and I am so desperate for men to be there because I had a list of emails of 25 men. I was so excited because I'm like, yes, the speed dating event where it's going to be fully balanced. And all the niggas ghosted me, and only five men have RSVP. So I am so desperate to get men there. If you are a single man and you come out to this speed dating event, I will give you
So we've been on Hinge for a week, and this is what I've noticed. The likes have really slowed down, and they're really a mix of different ages, different types of men. I have deleted a lot of guys that have taken more than a couple of days to say hello, so they're gone. I have a couple of men who I'm waiting for them to ask me a question. So I have asked them a question and they've commented and said something lovely, and I have replied with that's amazing or something. And now I'm waiting for them to actually ask me a question. So they will just sit there. One guy is like going on about ham. If I can put a video or something here, I will put the message where he talks about Christmas ham like 3 times. What else has happened? Not much. It's quite dry. I've had a couple of guys just instantly message inappropriate things. They have gone straight in the junk pile. And yeah, there's just really nothing promising. I was on a live earlier and one of the guys on there said, I have to meet someone at the gym. I'm determined to get a gym membership. Let's see if I can meet someone at the gym.
Single girlies, help me. Where are we meeting the men? Like, where do I meet a man? Just a little bit of context. Like, I'm in my 30s. I don't want to go out clubbing or go to pubs. I don't drink a lot. I don't think anyone can afford in this day and age to go out clubbing all the time unless you're an influencer and you get it for free. So where are we meeting them? I also get told a lot by guys because I read books and like my own company and like being in my own house, I'm boring. So where do you go if you don't drink that much or you don't want to go out clubbing? Like, where do you go? What do we do? Like, we meeting them at fucking Kmart? Like, I don't know. Where am I meeting them? I just can't. Someone needs to help me.